Hi fun fans, welcome to Fun with Layla. Today I have been inspired by animators on YouTube to make my own animated stories. Except I'm not too good at animating, so is an Animatic. Anyways, as you saw in the title, I will be talking about the surgery I had on September 18th. I had to get tubes in my ears and my adenoids out. By the way, I made a video when this happened, so I'll put that video in the description. So it was a few weeks into 7th grade since school starts on September 3rd. On the 17th, I was scared all day at school thinking about the surgery that would happen the next day. When I got home from school that day, my mom and I got ready to go to Grandma and Papa's house for the night since their house is closer to the hospital and we wouldn't have to wake up as early. For some reason, Zoe and Zelda, Grandma and Papa's cats, were being very nice to me, like they could sense something was wrong. But I liked it! Because it's not too often Zoe and Zelda are that nice to me, especially Zoe, who's scared of everything. Comment if you want a story on them. Anyways, back to the story. My plan for the morning was to get up earlier than when we'd have to leave, but I slept too long and had to be woken up and leave when I was woken up. I did try to make it seem like I was still sleeping too long to skip my surgery, but it didn't last long. Also, I'm pretty sure that would have messed up the surgery schedule with everyone else. When we got in the room, I didn't trust anything, not even the bed. I eventually did get on the bed, but I was still scared of everything. You could say I was Zoe in disguise. Now, let's skip a little bit. Since I was so scared, they told me I could drink calming medicine. In my head, I was like, can't you just put it in the IV? They eventually did, but I felt it go through my vein. It was cold. Now, I could call that calming medicine pre-anesthesia medicine, because all it did was make me tired, but not fall asleep. Also, I was still terrified. Now let's skip to a few minutes later. When they were rolling me to the operation room, I was so tired from the medicine, I barely knew what was happening around me. But I was still conscious. The last thing I remember is being put onto the surgery table. I didn't even notice that they put the anesthesia in my IV. When I woke up, my throat hurt. Duh. And my ears felt weird. But somehow I remembered to continue my video even after the anesthesia. Now on to the recovery, which I will summarize. No crunchy food, 3 days of eardrops 3 times a day, no active activities, but I did get to lay in bed and watch YouTube. Also, it was a 2-week recovery and I had to do schoolwork at home and it felt like COVID again! Well, that's all for this Animatic story. Bye!